Hello. In this video, I'm going to discuss the pitch process for the digital artifact in BCM241, and then we're going to talk about the peer commentary feedback procedure and how to evaluate your feedback for your third blog post. So the first step is to go to the Moodle page and to download the cover sheet. You can see here there is a folder now that says assessment cover sheet and grading rubrics. Once you've done that, you'll get this document. So make sure you can see that there. All right. Okay. So you will need to add your details, and you can then scroll down and see the instructions. So this set of instructions is the same from the subject outline. So you're going to produce a 2-minute video. Now, this pitch has a hard limit on 2 minutes. You should not go over 2 minutes, and you really shouldn't go under. So you do need to do some preparation and some rehearsal to get that right. You will embed this video in a blog post with up to 250 words contextual information. So anything that you can't fit into the video, just put it into the text of the blog post. In the pitch, you're going to delineate your media niche. Now, you will have already described your media niche and you will have already mapped it in your previous blog posts. So you can just link to them in the contextual part of the pitch. However, you should just give us a 1 or 2 sentence summary. You're going to detail how you're going to develop your online persona with regards to this niche. You're going to discuss your autoethnographic research. There is a guide on how to do autoethnographic research in the week 4 lectures. So you're going to explain how you're going to investigate your personal experience of this media niche as an audience member and someone developing an online persona in that media niche. In your pitch, you want to very clearly describe what the shape and form of your digital artifact is going to be. In the blog post accompanying it, you should include a detailed weekly production schedule, just a table of what you're going to do each week as part of your digital artifact. So if you're going to be producing a podcast each week, or if you're going to be streaming, or if you're going to be creating online content, or doing autoethnographic style coverage of your investigation, this is where you detail what it is that you're going to be doing for your digital artifact. You should also indicate what will the final form of your DA be. How will you submit the contextual report? Will this be a video summarizing all the work that you've done, and so on? We're looking for evidence of drawing on the subject materials to help you frame the field site, help you frame your understanding of the autoethnographic methods, and also, probably outline, any kind of relevant ethical issues. For example, if you're going to be using screenshots of a Reddit forum, how are you going to block out the individuals' names and personal details and so on. Then you will need to indicate on this form what kind of feedback you want. Lots of students just want a grade, and that's totally okay. Particularly if you were just after passing the subject, that's fine. Some students just prefer a grade and a rubric, just filling out, where your grading criteria lands. That's fine. And other students would like grade, rubric, and comment. So just delete the ones that don't apply to you. Once you've posted your pitch on the blog post, you're going to put it in this document. Now, your pitch is also going to be submitted to Moodle. So after you've done your pitch, you will go to the Moodle site and you'll see this link, the peer commentary schedule for the pitch. You click on that and it will take you to this location. So this is Richard's tutorial. No, yeah, this is Richard's Tuesday tutorial. So if I'm Melissa, I will post my pitch and then I will put my link here next to my name with my surname and my first name. Okay, so once you have done your pitch and you have added your pitch to the schedule for comments, in week 5, you will then come to write blog post 4. Blog post 4 is going to be a summary of your feedback. But more than that, it's going to be a critical self-evaluation. And I'll explain what that means in a second. So, you've posted your pitch in your link. Now you need to find the 3 times where your name occurs. So, for example, Melissa Holt here is scheduled to comment on Zach. So we can see here, Holt is commenting on Zach here. Then down here on Jessica, and then here on Bronte. So you've got 3 pitches that you'll be providing feedback for. If these links are not here, if the person whose pitch you're supposed to comment on has not posted, that's when you come to the 4th column. So you can see this 4th column here. So say the second person hasn't posted their pitch location. All you need to do is find another pitch, and it can even be from a different tutorial. I don't have a problem with that. And then you put your name in this box here, in the 4th column. If someone already has that, go to the next one. It doesn't matter who you're commenting on, as long as you comment on 3 pitches. So, what does it mean to comment? The way to figure out what you need to do in order to provide a comment is to go to the pitch assessment task criteria and have a look at the criteria, which is what we'll be marking against. First criteria, right? This is for when you come to provide your feedback. Look at the first criteria. Has the author conformed to the learning assessment task instructions? Is there anything missing? Point that out. However, I would say something positive. Now, you don't necessarily have to say, oh, I liked this pitch, or this was a great pitch. I'd rather your comments be very specific. Consider what the person has done well, right? Look very closely at the pitch and think about something that they've done really well. Be specific. Don't be vague. Don't just say, oh, I really like this. That doesn't help anyone. Say, oh, I really thought you did a really effective job of clearly conveying what your digital artifact is going to be in the first half of the video. Be specific. Then you want to move on to the second criteria. And this is where you can comment on the effectiveness of the communication. Not just from the video or the text, but also, you know, the relationship between the two, between the contextual post and the video and all the material that is in the blog post. Do you clearly get a sense of what's being proposed? How consistent is the approach, right? Some people tend to start out strong, but then they kind of don't include all the elements and you know, they don't quite fully deliver on the task. This can be vice versa, right? Some people start out a bit rough and then end strong. Quality and professionalism. Now, professionalism is an interesting and sometimes tricky concept. I tend to think about professionalism in terms of the appropriateness for the audience. What is expected? What does the audience expect with this kind of material? Is it appropriate? Is it clear? Another aspect of professionalism is interest and engagement. Is the presenter or is the person who's creating the pitch, are they well informed? Do they seem interested in their topic? Are they engaged? Right? We're not just, we never assess the quality of the video, right? How it looks on the screen. We're not assessing your ability to edit or edit music or anything like that, but rather how invested the presenter is in the pitch. And this is an important component of professionalism. Is the attitude appropriate? Is the person excited and keen, or are they flat and unmotivated? So this is an important part of the affective dimension of communication. Next, we look at the structure and organization of the presented materials. Does the structure make sense? Is it logical? Does it flow well? Have they explained everything that is needed to be explained either in the text or in the video? Is there enough attention to the field site and the process of autoethnography? Is there a research plan? Have the possible ethical considerations been thought out? Is the post well labelled? Does it have categories and tags? Is the title interesting and dynamic? Finally, and perhaps most importantly, you're going to assess the degree of learning and engagement with the subject materials. Does it seem like the presenter hasn't done any of the reading? Have they not paid attention to any of the lectures? This is where you can make comments and recommendations about that. Finally, and if you're looking to put your comments into the high distinction category, you want to contribute some original research. So you might go to Google Scholar or the library database and find some academic texts or even some web sources that might contribute to the concept that is being investigated, that it might help elicit new information or new discoveries about the media niche. But don't just drop these links in. You need to explain how they apply to the pitch. Now, once you've made your feedback, you're then going to create a blog post. Now, the blog post remains the same, right? It's 300 to 500 words, 2 to 3 minutes of audio, video. Should be using images, but those images should be screenshots of your comments. Don't replicate the comments in your blog post. Instead, what your blog post should be about is what you have learned from this process. What did you learn by commenting and assessing someone else's work? How did that help you think about your own work? In the pitch and the research being proposed, how did that help you think about your own DA and your own autoethnographic research? This is what we're after, critical self-reflection in the blog post. Now, you might have a very short summary of the pitch you commented on. One sentence is enough to tell us, and then link, and then a screenshot of your comments. But then tell us what you learned from doing that process. That's what we want to see in blog post number 3. Okay. That is everything for the pitch and blog post number 3. Once you have finished that blog post, you will come back to the Moodle page and you will grab the assessment cover sheet for the blog posts. Now, I've already explained the criteria for the blog posts in a previous video, so you can check that out. But you will add the URL, the links to blog posts 1, 2, and 3, and then you will submit that on the main page here. Now, please note that Task 2, Part 1, the pitch, is due in week 4, whereas Part 1 of Task 1 is due in week 5. So just the numbers are just reversed there. So you'll complete your pitch in week 4, you'll complete your comments in week 5, and you'll submit the pitch in week 4, and you'll submit all 3 blogs via that cover sheet in week 5. If you have any questions about any of this, please ask me on Discord. It's the best place to ask questions about the assessment guide so I can answer them for everyone. I'll be continuing to do hangout sessions each week, and more than happy to troubleshoot any problems you've got, talk about your pitches, talk about your feedback, right, how you might improve it, and so on, and how to think about those blog posts. I will see you in the next video.